You are now tuned in to the Field Level Football Podcast of the West Coast. I'm Pat. That's Quan. I don't know where CT at, man. What's going on with you, Quan? How you? Quan with the fresh baldy. What's up, bro?
Can you hear me? Am I good?
I got you.
Oh yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. The fresh baldy.
I might be on my way, Quan. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I might be joining.
So check this out. There's a rule to this. Now that I've been bald for a minute, if you bald in at the crown, eventually it'll go, but you can last longer. But if you if you fading right here though, it might be. Well, you saving it because you kind of you're altering it.
I got a little bit of time. I don't have much time, but I got a little bit of time, man. Y'all here with us on tonight, man. How was your Christmas, bro?
Oh man, it was okay, man. The kids got everything that they wanted. You know, it's hard to get kids everything when they already have everything.
Right.
But I can't really complain. How about you?
Man, Christmas was good. What's going on with you, Twan? What's going on with you, Greg?
Oh man, my boy's Wi-Fi is acting up. So, hey, can y'all type in the comments if y'all still with us? I'll hold down the fort as long as possible. Can y'all type in the comments and let us know if you still live with us? Our boy Pat's Wi-Fi is tripping, but I'm gonna hold it down. We had an exciting day in football today, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not even really in the mood, man. If y'all been tuned with us, y'all know I'm a Raider fan. I'm not even really in the mood, man. This whole football weekend was just, man, you can vomit on all of it. And I got a bunch of things to say, and I'm not really feeling how Raider Nation makes no sense. The fans of Raider Nation make no sense. I'm not saying I make all the sense, but I would like to think I have some sort of smarts. I would like to think I know football a little bit. I think I know football a little bit. Looks like our guy is
bruh. My whole the power at the house went out, bruh. Like the whole power, just did you see it? Did y'all see that happen or no?
No, it just froze on your end. But I think that's the Lord's way of telling you, don't be coming with that blasphemy tonight.
Hey, bro, the whole power at the crib went out, man. That's crazy. Hey, man, but look, I'm sorry. Back to regular scheduled program. What's up, Mom? What's up? Who we got on here? Pops is on here saying, pay homage to the championship. What? I know you lying. I know he lying. I know he ain't talking about what I think he talking about, Quan.
Hey, they got a chance, though. We're going to have to open this. Hey, look, now that we getting in the playoffs, we're going to have to open up this West Coast and maybe just talk about everything.
Yeah, once the playoffs hit, it's no holds barred. Once the playoff hits, it's no holds barred, man. So I did see, I just got a text from CT. I didn't see what he said. He said his camera tripping right now, so he said give him a minute to hop on. But we're gonna just hop into it tonight, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long since I already done had a power outage and the whole joint just went out on me. I will say this, going in and getting started, looks like both Rory and Drew won for the predictions this week. I want to say both of them were 4-1. And then right as it stands right now, y'all know Field Level Fantasy Football League. Me and Pops is in fantasy football. And he's beating me heavily right now.
He's heavily.
It's pretty bad. I got Josh Allen left. If Josh Allen put up 100 points, I'm good.
Is he beating you heavily because he had Kamara or something?
No, bro. It's just a situation where I started Todd Gurley. He gave me 3 points. I started Robert Woods and DK and nobody gave me points this week, bro. Tunyon gave me 1 point, bro.
Adams stole all the points tonight on that team.
Yeah, Tunyon gave me 1 point. CT, happy to have you on tonight, brother. How's everything? Okay, cool. Yeah, man. that man had that real delay. He's like, What's up, AR?
Yeah,
Straight for sure. For sure. Now we just chopping it up, bro. Just trying to see how everybody doing with the holiday season and everything like that. Pop's looking like he's gonna be the field level champion right now. The score is 124-38. So I need Josh Allen to put up a cool hundo. If Josh Allen put up a cool hundo, I'm good.
Who they playing?
And it's not, they got New England.
Yeah.
It's not far fetched. He throw
not.
5 touchdowns. He throw 5 touchdowns, 400 yards. We good. I'm in there.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But everything is everything. Let's hop in tonight, man. Let's hop into this recap, y'all.
Yeah, let's hop in.
Let's hop in. We just gonna get it going from the top. Y'all know how we do it, man. Top of the line to the bottom of the bus, man. So as it stands, gentlemen, we're gonna jump off with this Niner game first. I was talking to y'all, you know, we had plenty of conversation about this on Wednesday night show. And I was a little apprehensive, man. I was definitely in a position where and I told this to y'all on the show. I said the moment I found out CJ Beathard was starting, I said the Niners are gonna win. I said, but I have to pick against them just off of me not wanting them to win. And I know Quan does not like that. He does not like that stance that I have on that. But as soon as I heard CJ Beathard was going to start, I knew that he was he's good enough for the Niners to win football games. I'm actually quite surprised as to why he didn't get more of a shot earlier. Just because CJ Beathard, his build, his command of the men around him is a lot different from Nick Mullins. We make fun of Nick Mullins quite often about how he looks lost on the field. How he got this dumb look on his face at all times.
He got that just Eli Manning face.
It's even worse than Eli, bro.
No, that's the difference.
Huh?
Eli knew what he was doing.
Eli definitely knew what he was doing. But the moment I heard CJ was starting, I said, yeah, the Niners are going to win this game. George Kittle's amazing. He reminded me as to how dynamic and how effective he can be when he's healthy. It's kind of almost like, he didn't play much of the year. So, of course, the Travis Kelce's, the Darren Wallers of the world are going to get a lot more pub and a lot more notoriety this year. But just seeing him back on the field, you are reminded of this guy's amazing. Like, this guy's special. He is really, really good, Quan. He does some amazing things. And it was great to see. He punished runners. Punished tacklers on every end. Another guy that I would love to highlight tonight is Hefe, man. Like CT call him, man. I told you guys earlier, and this is I think I said this maybe, dude. I maybe said this in like March, Quan. I don't know if you correct me if I'm wrong, but I said my boy works for the Niners. He cuts hair for the Niners. He was telling me everybody says Jeff Wilson is the best running back on their roster. I love Mostert. I love what Mostert brings. But as far as a complete running back, definitely Jeff Wilson is the top dog. Jeff Wilson, he punishes runners. He finishes runs. He's explosive. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Watch this. He get blocked. And that's a great attribute for him to have. It was a lot of different things. Jason Verrett locked down D-Hop. Yo, number one receiver, Quan. He locked him down. I think it was 8 catches for 40 yards. 8 catches for 40 yards. And I want to say a couple of those, hefty catches, I would say probably like 8-yard catches weren't even on him. So it was like when Verrett was on Hopkins was virtually not a factor in that game at all. I have to give credit where credit is due. Y'all know I hate it. Spoon, man. To that first play of the game was like the first drive when they went deep on them. I was all, here we go again. Here we go again. Spoon not playing well. And from that play forward, lights out. Lights out.
Absolutely.
Fred Warner per the norm. Warner per the norm was pretty solid as he always is. Mike McGlinchey. It's funny because Mike McGlinchey struggles in run and pass sets, but in run down sets, he's probably one of the better tackles in the league. Run blocking. He finishes off defenders on runs, and there was a lot of good things in that game. Arizona played well in spots, but I feel like the scheme that Robert Saleh brought to that defense against the Cardinals this time around, you couldn't scheme no better than that. You couldn't plan it out no better than that. And I listened to the after, and I'm gonna let CT go right after this, Quan. I listened to the post game with Kyle Shanahan, and they were asking Kyle. They said, Kyle, how do you feel about Saleh leaving potentially? And he said something very telling. Everyone was talking about, possibly if Vic Fangio gets fired in Denver, or for, this guy. I think they already have a succession plan in place. I think they already have a succession plan in the building. Somebody that is being groomed under Saleh right now, that is being groomed to take over the defensive coordinator responsibilities. And I think it's DeMeco. So I'm interested to kind of see, what that looks like going forward. But definitely it's in the building, just because he was like, we got guys here that we're looking at. So I think Saleh's like really grooming his replacement, and I think it's going to be DeMeco Ryans, and I'm so excited about it because it brings a lot of fire, because he's a former player and he's a linebacker. He was a linebackers coach, which is our strong suit on our defense. So I'm excited about it, man. CT, holla at me, brother.
Yeah, it's easy for us who were thinking about the draft to be a little unsettled because the Niners pulled that out. But a division rival, you play for pride, not giving up, even though you only have 2 games. And essentially, most would say they're meaningless. For us, this evaluation period is for them to potentially have one last ride with Coach Saleh. It's a lot of different factors that are weighing on them right now as they look forward to the future. And I think it's important that they stay together and continue to live through that culture that they've had for the last, I'd say, 3 years or so. And it was beautiful to watch. So I'll go offense, and then I'll hit the D. CJ Beathard, 2 games too late. He would have gave us a little bit more time to compete and potentially put ourselves in position, I believe, based on what I've seen from him, at least, in spot starts here and there. Jeff Wilson, man, Hefe, that's my guy. Pat, you did say that in March and even towards training camp, like, hey, you need to pay attention to him. And
Right.
the more and more I've watched him, man, over the years, even in preseason, you just, as a running, especially Pat, as a running back, man, is he passed the eye test. You
Right.
get everything that you need out of a running back, just not given the real opportunity. And in his case, if you know anything about college football, North Texas actually puts out some pretty solid running backs. You got to dig deep. You got to go with what's his name, Matt Forte.
Matt Forte.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few backs that came out of there that had a little heat. He had a bad pro day, which kind of wrote the story for him. But, unbelievable talent. Somebody I think that should compete for the starting job, has a complete package. And I think Moser would complement him well, depending on how they want to use him. But I think that's your 1-2 punch going forward. At least it is for me and Madden. Anyways, George Kittle. Good to see George Kittle back. Looked pretty explosive. I think it just brought a different energy and dynamic to the team overall. Stone Cold did play for Texas. That's dope. That threw me off. Offensive line, it still leaves us something to want. I think you want to see Trent Taylor in the future. I mean, Trent Williams, not Trent Taylor. I don't want to see him.
Get him out of there.
And McGlinchey, I like what you said about the run game part occasionally, but that pass pro is just, it's egregious, bro. Like I don't think you pick up the 5th-year option if there's a better option out there for you to grab. I know they'll probably give him another season because he's a leader in the locker room, but that's just how I feel about that. And then we can get into the defense. Kerry Hyder, man, I hope he didn't price himself out to re-sign with us, man.
He probably did.
Game. 8 sacks, and you came on late, bro. Like, we really do appreciate what you provided, man. We've been looking for that for a while.
Right.
DJ Jones, spotty.
I was expecting so much more out of him.
I really was. And, honestly, I think that not having Kinlaw hurt us a little bit. I think that would have gave us a little bit of a push down there in middle. Linebackers, Algier, he's been really terrible. He's been really good. Like, he has good energy. He's one of those hard-hitting guys that just doesn't rap, and he doesn't have the consistency. But you see that coaching, his development is definitely improved. He's somebody who could solidify himself as a good backup, a spare tire, if you will. Dre Greenlaw, I'm a fan. The dude's all over the field, man. You know, he has his misses, but he's still young, and we got to remember that. So I think he'll continue to ascend. Fred Warner, the Pro Bowler, All-Pro Fred, he's the man. They call him the pineapple because of his hair. You know, he's a good dude, man. I'm a big fan of what he's providing and just solidifies us as a team. Defensively, with the D-backs, Barrett, you got to sign him back, man. Figure it out.
He might have priced himself out.
I know, but I think he wants to stay home. That's just my feel. I love
guy.
We can criticize the training staff as much as possible, but we have to say they brought him back.
Right.
So we got to take that into account. Tavares Moore, I've been waiting for him to put together some games, some stacking up games, and I'm really happy with what I saw with him. Robbie Gould, see you later, buddy.
Bruh. I'm telling y'all right now, he's in the stands for me this week as we get going, man, for real. Quan, I'm about to throw it over to you, but all of you all that are on right now watching the live feed, if you are watching via Facebook, go ahead on and share this live, share that broadcast, man, and get it out there. If you're watching via YouTube, also subscribe, notification bell be on, and share the broadcast, man. Copy this link and throw it in your group text, wherever you at. Go ahead and share this broadcast with all your folks right now. Quan, how'd you feel about that Niners Cards game?
I don't think the Cardinals play well at all. I have a hard time believing, like, when people's like, I was reading a couple tweets, and oh wow, come on, Drew, come on, let him live, man. I have a hard time feeling. You know, I was watching the timeline after the game, and a couple of people were saying that Cliff Kingsbury isn't a good head coach. He's not a leader, blah, 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 blah. Like, look, man, at the end of the day, like, I understand at the end of the day, it's going to fall on the head coach because he's the head of the operation. But let's not act like these players aren't grown men. We're not coaching kids. We're not coaching high school students. We're coaching grown men. So if they cannot muster up the courage or the effort, the want to, a la what J.J. Watt said today. If any of y'all watched his press,
awesome.
I advise you to go YouTube and type in J.J. Watt. I'm pretty sure it'll come up because it's probably the most thing that's recent. Watch that, and this is what the Cardinals didn't do. They did not come to play. They did not seize the opportunity. And with all the leadership on that team, I don't know what's going on. Like Larry Fitzgerald, I know he came to play, but other than that.
It sounded like you're saying the Cardinals gave away the game. They didn't lose the game. They gave it away.
No, I'm not saying they gave away the game because the Niners had to go out there and put that effort that they did with a third string quarterback. What I'm saying is when you look at it, when you have a team that has all their starters playing, I'm sure starters out, but I don't know the Cardinals like that. But from all the impact players, all the starters are playing, and you only muster up. What was the final score?
12. They had 12.
You muster up 12 points with all the weapons you have on offense, and you're playing a team that has the most injuries in the league, a team that is playing the last 3 games on the road, essentially. They're living on the road, and you're going up against a third-string quarterback, and for all intents and purposes, a third or fourth-string running back when you talk about Jeff Wilson, because I could have swear it was Mostert, Coleman, McKinnon, Hasty, all the running backs were getting more touches than him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're going against a George Kittle who, he's back, but he hasn't played in a very long time. Right. Mm-hmm. And both your starting wide receivers didn't play. So it's like you have no excuse. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, they don't deserve to go into the playoffs. In my opinion, you can't do that. You cannot play like that. And to me, that's not a knock on Cliff Kingsbury. That's a knock on the players.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing about that particular game is, Quan, I think there was nothing that you ever get into a game, and I don't know if you got into one of these where it's just like there's nothing you can do. This guy has your number. He knows what player getting ready to run. He schemed amazing, and I have to give Robert Saleh his roses right there because he just schemed so amazing in this game where it felt like there was nothing that the Cardinals could do. Like there was nothing that they can do to break free because he got out coached. Cliff Kingsbury got out coached.
Well, 2 things can be true. He can get out coached, but then I also remember Dan Arnold fumbling. I remember Dan Arnold dropping 2 balls. Christian Kirk dropped a touchdown and dropped another 2 balls. D Hop was getting locked down by Jason Verrett, who is a very good corner, but he got like 4 inches on him. You got Jeff Wilson was breaking tackles every time he touched the ball. So tackling is an effort thing. So when you add all that up on top of Saleh might have on top of Saleh might have outcoached Cliff Kingsbury, it's a recipe for disaster. Come on, man. You didn't want
I like that. No, I like that. And you're right. You are right. Yeah, you're definitely right. There is an effort level to that. But with that being said, I think that, the 49ers, and we're moving on, they're enjoying playing spoiler. George Kittle came in his presser after the game and was like, that one was for the Bears. Like, Merry Christmas, Bears. Like, that was for y'all. Because they're going to play spoiler. They're going to play spoiler. They have we got the Seahawks to end it. Seahawks pretty much, will wrap this thing up. However, if they'll wrap it up. They wrapped up the NFC West today. But, it'll be good to beat them going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? Just kind of, putting a whooping on them going into the playoffs.
For sure.
Dolphins Raiders. This was a tough game for me. I have to be very true, and Quan, I'll let you jump it off and let you kick it off for it, because I didn't even really get a chance to watch the whole thing. I kind of caught the highlights and then the last few minutes. So Quan, I'll let you jump off on this one. Raiders Dolphins, man.
I don't know how deep I want to get, just because this is only the recap show, so maybe I'll save a lot of the in-depth stuff for Wednesday. But the recap of the game, I always say this, man. 2 things can be true. Mariota provides what Carr cannot, especially with Carr not being 100% healthy. He can run the ball, right. He can extend plays with his legs, right? Okay, so we were 0 for 10 on 3rd down, and we didn't score a touchdown in the red zone. Oh, I'm lying. We were 1 for however many trips it was in the end zone. So when you see that, you would like to see maybe a package from Mariota as far as scrambling down in the red zone, only because Carr isn't healthy. If Carr was fully healthy, I don't want to see Mariota at all. But he was not. So with that being said, the Dolphins had the number 2 pass rank defense. And I thought Carr played very well. On a short week, didn't get all the reps, was rehabbing a lot. I agree with you, Juan. He's not it. He's not it at all. I don't want to see him unless it was in a specific package for this game, because Carr wasn't fully healthy out there. And you could tell he wasn't, because there was a couple of times Carr could have scrambled for first downs. Instead, he threw the ball away because he wasn't feeling comfortable. But at the end of the day, it came down to the missed extra point on the go-ahead take the lead touchdown by Aguilar from Carr, 89-yard bomb. We missed the PAT, and then the Dolphins go right down and score. And then Gruden, I'm sure you saw the whole Gruden time clock at the end telling Jacobs not to score. You saw that?
I agreed with it.
I agree with it too, 100%.
Yeah,
and Gruden even broke it down in the press conference, because they asked him why not just take the points and make them have to score a touchdown. He was like,
a minute something with 2 timeouts left. Yeah, I'm good.
And on top of that minute with 2 timeouts left, I mean, when Fitzpatrick came in the game, all his drives were points.
Yeah.
They scored the touchdown that they had to take the lead before we retook the lead. They scored in 42 seconds in 3 plays. So Gruden's like, nah, bro, I'm not doing it. And he said in the press conference, well, I did take the points against the Chiefs, and you see what that got me. So I felt like with this game, this was the best play. And it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you take the touchdown and you still lose, how come Gruden didn't waste the clock out? Well, this time he wasted the clock out. How come Gruden didn't take the touchdown? You can't win, man. And I'm just done with Raider fans as a whole. I hate the way they think. And I'm just, that was a tough loss.
Tough loss indeed, man. And I think one thing, at CT, I'll throw it over to you. I've been hearing a lot on this last drive, right? The last drive of the game. Why were they not in cover 3? Why were they not in cover 4? As they should have. I agree with that too. If I gave who was that earlier in the season? Was that the Jets? If I beat up the Jets about it, I have to beat up the Raiders about it. They should have been in cover 3. They should have been in cover 4. But I'll also say this: they were in cover 2. They were in a Tampa 2, a deep Tampa 2, right? Which they should not have been in. I have to keep on saying that so people understand what I'm saying.
Keyword in that what you said, deep.
Yeah. But if you are going to run it correctly. The issue I have being a corner, play a corner. My brother is the head DB. He's the head DB coach at City College of San Francisco. I play corner. He played corner. I'm well understood at the corner position. And if Miles is on, I hope that he can back me up on this. If you're running cover 2, deep Tampa 2, as a corner, this is your thought process. If I do not have an immediate threat to my zone, I continue to drop. I ride the go. I ride the go until I get a threat, and then I drop off. On top of, there are no free releases. I put my hands on the receiver. I have to alter this route because I have to give time for my safety to come over the top. Arnett did not get hands on him.
Nope.
He did not ride him down the field. He
not
let
enough.
him right past him. He the separation was too much. And if you go back and rewatch the play, there was zero threat to the flat.
Zero.
There was not one route to the flat. You got to drop, bro. That's just cornerback mentality 1-on-1. You got to drop. You got to get hands, and you got to continue dropping until there's a threat. He did not. That's why it was a window right over the top of the corner. It was almost kind of like all Fitzpatrick had to do was throw it as if it was a smash route, right? Throw it as if it was a curl corner because it was right there in that same corner vicinity where it was right over the head of the corner and right before the safety, and that's what happened. They ran Tampa 2. I don't have an issue with it if all he has to do is do it how he has been coached since he was in high school, and he didn't, and that's what happened.
Hey, CT, before you go real quick, bro, to add on to that whole little play, Pat, not to mention the dude who was playing safety doesn't play safety. You have a cornerback there playing safety over our we had our third string starting last night at safety. Let him play it. Let him play it. He plays safety for a reason. I don't care if he's third string. He's better than the corner trying to play safety. You know what I'm saying? And that play got completed, and then we added 15 yards on top of that because Arden Key face mask Fitzmagic. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, CT, bro.
It is what it is.
Not surprised with Dolphins winning. That's who I picked. I didn't get to watch the entire game. Can y'all fill me in about why Tua didn't? Well, Fitz was in late.
I'm tired of Brian Flores, bro. I can't stand when Brian Flores do that. I can't stand it. Go ahead.
He should have kept Fitzmagic in the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. So, CT, the answer is Tua was playing, but Tua was not pushing the ball down the field. Therefore, there were a lot of 3-and-outs, and the defense was just squatting on a lot of routes. There were a lot of broken balls. We almost had 2 picks that we dropped because our corners weren't respecting anybody down the field. So, and when he got pulled, he only had maybe 82 yards passing on like 11 completions. Fitzmagic come in and had 182. He had 182 and only played the half of the third and the fourth. So Fitzmagic came in because he allowed them to push the ball down the field.
Okay, appreciate y'all. For the second time, I'm not going to dive into that. We definitely need to address that as the season concludes. From week 4 to now, I definitely have a 180 of thought with this. It's kind of ridiculous, but we'll get into that later. Miami's a solid team, and they play well with Fitz. Still trying to find that balance, but looks like Gaskin played pretty well. 14 for 87. That's definitely better than what we've seen in the past with their run game. They're still trying to figure out with their receiver situation because I know they got a few people down. But I like their tight end, Gesky. He's a pretty decent tight end. He does just enough. He's athletic enough to move the pylon.
He nice.
Yeah. Jakeem Grant, fast guy. Somebody that they're getting a little bit more involved, not just in the return game, but in the receiver game. So we're happy to see that. I mean, we know the story with the Raiders. This defense, man, the defense is really the Achilles heel of this team. And it showed again. I spoke too soon about Nelson Aguilar. Seems like he wants to stay there and be productive. Another big game from him. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he was brought into the league to do. So it's nice to see him do it. I just didn't have a lot of confidence, but I got to give him his credit for that. Darren Waller, you got somebody special, man. That dude was going to be prowling for a long time.
Wow. That's okay. I know you don't mean that. That's all right.
You know, I just don't really have a lot of good things to say about the defense. I know that you don't have a true defensive coordinator at the particular moment.
That defense is terrible right now.
No. No. Rod Marinelli has been a D coordinator before.
I know, but it's different, bro. It's different when the
voice it's not.
Late. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no,
it is.
Not. No, it's not.
It is, bro.
Okay. So look, hold on. Okay, so look.
Your mama said defense the weakest link.
Because she's right. We was watching the game together. She's absolutely right. CT, if you and Pat both play running back, you mean to tell me if you was the running back coach and then you get fired and Pat come in and the success is still it's not good? Like it's the same thing. Y'all both played it. Y'all both been there. Y'all both on the same coaching staff the whole year.
Nah, but you can't say that because Pat and I have different running styles. You see what I'm saying?
So what about this defense then?
I'm out of there. You know.
Okay, well look, see, okay, go ahead. CT, I'll let you finish, bro.
CT trying to drop a shoulder. I ain't got time for that.
I was out too, though. I was in the option. So, but like our teachings are different. How we approach the game is different. Pat was super duper explosive, but he was lighter than me. I had a little bit more weight. So this is Mosca Roddy and this is Jeff Wilson. You feel me? Like
I don't know if he had a little more weight. You know, back then you was kind of thin. You know what I mean? He was a little thinner back then. You know, put that out there.
Legs, bro. I had tree trunks.
There you go.
But anyway, Smith legs, bro. That's another story. But anyway, yeah, I'm very concerned about this defense, man. You got to get new linebackers. You maybe could save one or two of them.
No, get rid of all of them. And I'm tired of. And I'm sorry, CT, but I'm tired of Quan every week coming on and talking about the one dude with the name that I can't pronounce, the Russian guy.
He was out. He didn't even play.
But I'm tired of him too. He's not good, Quan. He's not really good.
Wow, come on.
He's not. And I've been letting you say it for the last couple of weeks, but I have to come in and say he's trash too.
No, he's not.
Get him all out of there.
I will say this, man. Also, CT, the defense played very well when Toole was in. When Fitzpatrick came in, it was a total different ball game, and they just had no answer. But at the end of the day, bro, people are trying to blame this on Gruden and blame it on Carr blame it on Carr. Like we should have played Mariota. Carr wasn't healthy. We would have had. At the end of the day, we had the lead with 19 seconds. So you can say Mariota would have scored all the times in the red zone. Mariota would have had 2 rushing touchdowns. Gruden should have been more aggressive. All of that may be true, may not be true, but at the end of the day, there was 19 seconds left. They had no timeouts, and they started on their 25-yard line, and they won the game.
Very, very
I'm just going to say this real quick. I did run like a duck until my Uncle Ken hooked me up, showed me how to run properly, but I was the fastest duck that you know.
There it is, man. There it is. Hey, jumping over. Let's go Falcons.
Oh,
Chiefs.
wait. To answer me's question, I think Craig. Craig said is Fitzpatrick starting once the playoffs start. He need to be. You can go on.
Might as well. We'll talk about it Wednesday, but man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that Wednesday. Falcons, Chiefs, man. Chiefs beat the Falcons 17-14. Guys, and I've been saying this all year, and I'm sure I'm gonna catch a whole lot of flack for it. I kind of feel as though, personal opinion, teams are starting to understand the Rubik's Cube that is Patrick Mahomes. This should have been another multiple interception day for Patrick Mahomes. Neil picked him off once, and then I think they dropped 2 interceptions that they were supposed to take. So it's one of those situations. Definitely thought Le'Veon Bell would be the bell cow today. He was not. They went with Damian Williams.
Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams, I'm sorry.
Damian out, right? Yeah,
Darrell. I'm sorry. Kelsey was the big guy on campus, followed by Tyreek Hill. But I'll deal with the Chiefs, but I have to figure out, and I have what's happening with Todd Gurley, bro?
Huh?
Like
he's
why?
He's the running back Cam Newton.
It's like the beginning of the year. He was doing this thing. He was averaging touchdowns a game. Today he had 4 carries. Four carries. So but yet and still, Calvin Ridley's amazing. He's doing really, really well for the Falcons in lieu of Julio Jones missing right now. Hardman has some really good runs as well as they had one really good run. And just Kansas City has a wealth of options. But they're not that like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're not that good to me. The Chiefs team last year was so much better than this team to me. Am I wrong in saying that? Am I wrong for thinking that? The Chiefs team that won the Super Bowl last year is head and shoulders better than this Chiefs team that we're seeing right now. There's really no consistency. Patrick Mahomes, in my eyes, because defenses are starting to understand him a little bit better, is regressing. Not by much, let me say that, because I think when you say somebody's regressing, automatically everybody's saying, oh, you're saying he's trash, you're saying he's bad, you're saying he's weak. No, I'm not. I'm saying that he's not as good today as he was week one or even in the Super Bowl last year. People are starting to catch on. And he's putting himself in positions where he's throwing interceptions. I don't see them, I don't see it. I think there will be an early playoff exit, in my opinion.
Real quick. I think regression is the wrong word. He's not regressing. He's being challenged. He wasn't as challenged the last year. This year he's being challenged. People are scheming him up a little bit differently. Their running game isn't as potent. Williams was a big deal last year for them. They don't have him this year. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but that's not an every down back. Le'Veon, I don't really know what you have in him at this point. Are we getting Jets Le'Veon, or are we going to get Pittsburgh Le'Veon? Their weapons on offense. Tyreek, is he really a master of the route tree, or can he be used in certain situations?
They got to do a double reverse. The annexation of Puerto Rico to score now. It's kind of weird, bro. Like they be having to do, and I think that's something that we come on, Quan. You can roll your eyes all you want. Listen, I'm gonna say it like this, Quan. This is what I'm gonna say. The Raiders beat the Chiefs.
I know.
The Raiders defense. Stop.
Come on, sir. Come on, man.
No, we just happened to outscore them.
And Miles talking about Saints and Chiefs Super. No, Miles. Wishful thinking. No.
I don't know about the Saints, man.
The Saints is about to get banged first round too.
Okay, so look, I don't think that you're crazy for saying that, and I think Greg said it in the comments too, that all y'all agree that they're not as good. I don't think you're crazy for saying it, but I think you're wrong.
Okay,
they're still putting up. Without this last game, right? They're still putting up like 30 points a game. So, I mean, they put up 30 on the Panthers. They put up 30 both times on the Raiders. They put up 30 against the Broncos. They put up 30 against they put up 30 against everybody. Other than this game, if you don't get to 30 points, you're not even beating the Chiefs. I mean, and what teams in the AFC can consistently put up 30 other than, to me, in my opinion, other than the Bills? The Ravens might not even get in. The Browns lost to the Jets, so we're not even finna get into all of that.
Well, I'm not gonna give the.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish my Patrick Mahomes, and then you can come back.
Because you about to, because you being disrespectful.
I'm not being. I'm being factual.
Yeah, so that's blasphemous. Don't do that.
Wow. Okay, so look, Patrick Mahomes, CT. I kind of agree with you, but I'm just gonna use a different word. I think teams are finally starting to make the Chiefs earn everything. The Falcons had the same game plan that they had against whoever the Chiefs played last week. The same game plan. They back everything up. They don't allow the big shots, and they make you earn everything down the field. And to me, if you can get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, he turns into, here's the key word, he turns into being human. And today, I think one of the interceptions that almost happened against Kelsey, he got pressure in his face. He immediately threw it to Kelsey, even though the dude was right there in his face. Even on the pick he threw down in the end zone, it was the same way. So that's just human, though. Most quarterbacks, when they get pressure, they either eat the sack or they throw it to their guy who's their hot route. So, I mean, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
The issue was this, Quan, is that when Superman was cool when he was on Earth, right? Superman was all G. He was out there doing it, faster than a speeding bullet. You know what I'm saying? Moving like a locomotive. You hear what I'm talking about? But when Superman let the world know that kryptonite was his weakness, he started getting challenged. He started getting beat down. He started getting schemed against everything. The whole plot and plan was to get the kryptonite, you know what I'm saying? Shoot him with a kryptonite bullet. You know what I mean? Hit him with the kryptonite web. He starts to lose.
So who's the
powers.
kryptonite for them? Because basically what you're saying is
Patrick
the Raiders
Mahomes
are the kryptonite.
Let me I can't even think.
All right, go ahead.
I can't even think.
Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes was his own kryptonite the moment he got into a presser and told the NFL world, I don't know how to read defenses. I'm still learning how to read defenses. Didn't nobody know that he couldn't read defenses. Didn't nobody know that he was struggling, understanding, they roll into the one high, they rolling down the single high safety. They didn't know that was what was going on. So now that they know, he doesn't really fully understand what's occurring. I'm about to throw the whole kitchen sink at bro.
And they still only lost one game. So that's fine. Go ahead and throw the kitchen sink.
The Steelers at one point was undefeated. It doesn't mean nothing, man.
It does.
It doesn't. The Steelers were undefeated. Are they good?
No. Fool's gold.
All right. I just don't see it personally. You know what I'm saying? It's a situation where you talking about scoring 30. It is a difference between throwing 30 up on 225 and throwing 30 up with 115. Totally different. I mean, when they get challenged, come on, man. You looking for you trying to poke up or you trying to get definition?
It both serves a good purpose.
You trying to look strong or you trying to be strong?
Hey, it's gonna look good on these shirts. That's all that really matter at the end of the day. What you mean?
All right, man. That's all I got on that game. CT, any words on that? Are you good?
Shoot, get me started.
Yeah, I'll just say the one thing that you got to give them credit for is they've been in different situations this year, and they're battle tested because of that. So you really don't know what you're going to get. Maybe they've been in cruise control. Maybe they're going to turn it up during the playoffs. I don't know. But what I can tell you is, there's something to watch out for because he's not done. He's obviously learning as he goes. So we can't knock him for that. But they need a little bit more help for sure. Defense, you got to step up.
I'm confused, and we're going to move because we have to move. Saudi just said Chiefs and the Saints in the Super Bowl as well. Have y'all are y'all watching football? The same football I'm watching?
Why are y'all loving the Saints like that?
I don't know. I have no idea. They just beat a team. Granted, the Vikings.
The Vikings don't have anybody on their defense that I could know other than
Alvin Kamara scored 6 touchdowns, and now they're in the Super Bowl. I'm so what's happening? All right, but I respect it. We'll talk about it. And I can't wait to talk, but now you want to talk about Green Bay, Saudi. Nah, leave that alone. Don't say nothing about Green Bay. Don't say nothing about them. Anyway, we're going to move forward because I can't wait to when the playoffs come because now we can talk about the entirety of the league. However, let's jump over. We're going to go Broncos, Chargers. Solid game. I chose Drew Lock to win it. Drew Lock, they actually were down early in that game. Drew Lock started doing his thing, hit Jerry Jeudy across the middle. Jerry Jeudy's a crybaby. I don't like him at all. But Chargers got it done. At the end of the day, Chargers I feel like they're starting to find themselves, a little too late. But, Chargers are going to be a really good team next year to really be on the lookout for. Quan, I'll let you jump on this one first. Both of y'all teams ain't in the playoffs, so it has not. See, that's when Miles. That's the argument. Yeah. That's gonna be his argument. Y'all not in the playoffs, y'all. But it don't have. I'm talking about the team. It ain't that bad.
Hey, man. Hey,
it is what it is.
At the end of the day, man, the Saints going to the playoffs every year and they leaving quick every year. So
right.
Anyway, Jerry Jeudy had his worst game. He had 5 drops.
He's not that good, bro.
I'm not. Look, man, I'm not ready to say that.
You should.
Yeah. 15 and had 6 catches.
He had 5 drops too, so he could have had 11 catches.
How many targets was that, CT?
15.
That's crazy. He sucks.
Y'all are so quick on the he sucks, he's trash, he's a bust. Like, bro, he's a rookie. Calm down. Like, it'll be fine. He didn't get a lot of help from Jerry Jeudy today, as in Lock Gang, but Drew Lock also did throw 2 picks, and that's it's coming with too much regularity, man. And like, he missed a lot of games. So I would say between CT, his rookie year and this year is probably now just getting a full season worth combined with 2 years of playing games. And I don't know what's going on with Drew Lock. He's throwing too many picks, and all the potential is there. You see when he doesn't throw picks, he's methodical with the ball down the field, bing, bing, bing. And at some point, though, you can't keep saying he's young. The turnovers are going to go away. Like, you got to stop turning the ball over. Like, I would say Sam Darnold was like that. Now, granted, he's on a whole different page. He's on the Jets. But if you just talk about his performance, Sam Darnold was always throwing a pick every game. Sam Darnold ain't throwing no picks right now these last 2-3 games. So you, at some point, Drew Lock, you're going to have to turn the corner, and you're about to be in year 3. So you need to fix it quick. And then real quick on the Chargers. I think Anthony Lynn gets another year if they could win their last game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because it would be different if they won earlier. But their defense didn't do anything to help their offense to help them win a couple of games. But I think if they could win their last game and finish the season, I think if they win, they'll be 7-9. If they could do that, I think that'll save his job at least for next season. But that's not saying he won't be on the hot seat next year if he don't win either. So that's that.
First of all, let's give Miles some of that green tea because he should relax a little bit. His team's in the playoffs, be happy.
What'd he say?
He going in, bro. He focusing his energy towards you and the Raiders.
Didn't we beat? I'll be quiet because we ain't going to the playoffs, but we did beat y'all though.
Ooh.
Until they get to the
Miles, we not about to be jumping. Miles, this ain't your show.
Wow.
We're gonna give our Super Bowl predictions when they come. This ain't your show.
Wow, he feeling not okay.
This ain't your show. When we want to give our predictions, we're gonna give our predictions. You sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Real quick. I think Corn said it. Anthony Lynn will be back next season. They're playing hard for him. And I think that they'll improve, as you mentioned earlier, Pat. Defensively, they obviously need to fix themselves, but they did enough to win today. Drew Lock, I this season we were coming into training camp like, hey, we need to, find out if he's really the guy. I don't know. I still don't know. As we hit week 16, week 17, I really don't know if this is the future for Denver. And the worst part about that is, I know that the chat going crazy right now, but the worst part of that is John Elway is not a patient GM.
He's not.
So Drew Lock has to get it together. I understand he had 2 rookie receivers on his team, some young guys with not that much experience. His main receiver out for the rest of the year with the ACL. I understand those types of things. Then they need to be more methodical and run the ball. You got 2 backs that can go over, a rack easy, no problem. So why not take advantage of that and go heavy run and allow him to just be a game manager for the time being? That didn't really happen. They're depending on Drew Lock quite a bit, and you're seeing that he's not ready to take that throne yet. So there you go.
Hey, CT, just to add, I do like this, though. Jerry Jeudy had, like I said, 5 drops, and Drew Lock came to him at the end of the game, and he said in his press conference, he said that he told Jeudy, hey, you're going to bounce back from this. You're one of the best receivers that I've seen play, and, you're going to have games like this. I think as much as young as he is, to be able to call a receiver when, he knows you're Drew Lock and you're only in your second year, I think that bodes well for the future. But I do think John Elway will address the quarterback situation this offseason, whether it be through free agency or the draft, to just put some heat on Lock. It ain't going to be just you the guy. I'm creating competition. I think he will do that.
So also be mindful, he's saying that, Jeudy, you'll bounce back because you were a first-round pick. I might not, so you better catch them balls.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to say this is what he's saying. And, one of my favorite movies of all time is Paid in Full. And I'm going to switch up these words a little bit. Hey, people lie every day, B. He ain't bouncing back. It's over with. Yeah.
Why are you so quick to just call people trash, man?
Because I can see it before I see it. Sometimes you got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it.
So who's not So what receivers in the draft are not trash that you thought were going to be good? Did you think he was going to be good?
Yeah, I thought he was. Nah, I thought he was gonna be a good route runner. He was frail in the butt. I didn't know if he could take the beating in the NFL.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah. I thought Ruggs was gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
See how that turned out.
Hey, that's another story. We talk about that Wednesday. One,
Man.
And then everybody else, I thought Ayuk was gonna be good. I thought I didn't think Claypool was gonna be good, and he surprised me.
Okay, then so you gotta give man a chance, man. Give him a chance.
For what? He's shot. What is he? He hasn't done nothing all year. Chill out.
Okay, all right.
He's done absolutely nothing.
Well, neither has the team, so all right.
Team, all right. Last game of the night we're gonna talk about is that Russell Wilson, Sierra baby daddy versus.
Gosh, you bring it back.
Yeah, see, he's still Sierra baby daddy, man. Hey, shout out to the Rams. They got to him 5 times, put him on the ground 5 times. It was a situation. I think we talked about this. CD is great. You're lying. You are absolutely lying. CD, and that's why certain fans I can't stand. And I gotta talk. I'm sorry. Certain fans I don't like. And one group of fans that I'm not too highly enthused about are Dallas Cowboy fans. This dude has 2 great catches, 3 great catches all year, and oh my god, chill out, bro.
I mean, he is about to go over 1,000. Never mind.
He about to go over 1,000.
He about to.
So and we'll do this at some point. Rank right quick because this game the Seahawks won. We seen that. All right, look, rank the top 5 rookie wide receivers right now. Rank them.
Ruggs is last
for sure.
For sure.
And I'm talking about rank the top 5 that were in the first 2 rounds.
Jefferson, CD.
Cool.
Is that in order?
No.
Can't be in order.
Why not? Who above CD?
Is that your order?
Who's above CD since you said something at the end? Who's above him?
Brandon Ayuk?
I'm about to end the broadcast.
What do you look at the numbers? Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers. Look at them.
I know you got the computer right there. Look at them, please.
Wow.
Why are y'all doing this to me right now?
You are something else. You are different, sir. Go ahead. Keep talking. Go ahead. No, go. Keep saying.
Okay, look. See, no. I'm gonna go back to this. I said.
Don't go back to nothing. Just go ahead.
I said in the prediction, the better quarterback was gonna win the game between the Rams and the Seahawks, and that's exactly what happened. The better quarterback won the game. But CT, I wanted to ask you for your opinion because I think you and Pat both picked the Rams. What are the Rams to do at quarterback if Jared Goff isn't healthy? Because it came out that he dislocated his throwing thumb. So he's in jeopardy to play next week. And seeing how they're not a lock for the playoffs yet, at least in seeding, you might want him to get all the reps he can get going into the playoffs. They're not going to have a bye week. So what do you think about that?
Who's the backup? Blake Bortles?
Nope. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's somebody else went into the game when he got hurt.
For who?
Los Angeles.
For Goff.
Oh, it's number 9.
It's other bruh.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's dangerous for them. I mean, but the formula doesn't need to change. I feel like McVay's trying to figure some stuff out. If you have a running back, then stick with the running back. What's up with Akers? He was out. That's right. He was out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you have a formula with the running game and you have the personnel on the offensive line to run it, then you got to use your backs, man, efficiently and as much as you can. They didn't really have a lot of lift today, it looked like. I know that Robert Woods is also one of the better running receivers in the league. I think he had 430 yards over the last 3 years, which was, I think, tied for most, which says something about how he's utilized. But, you know, they got to get aggressive, man. They're not going to be able to stand with anybody in the playoffs. They'll be a quick out at this rate. And I just – they're so inconsistent, it's really hard to rate them. With a defense like that, you can't have that type of inconsistency offensively, man. And that's really draining this team, and I think it's really discrediting the good work that Sean McVay does put out there. So, yeah, it's a bad look.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. I see a lot of people and I'm not touching this game. I really don't care. routes. A lot of people, Jefferson, Ayuk. I see Jefferson, Ayuk, Jefferson. CD's good.
I think Chenault needs to.
No,
might be in there somewhere.
Would over Claypool?
I would take my top 5, and just so everybody on here knows, as we get ready to wind down tonight's show and we get back to you guys Wednesday night, 8:45 Pacific Standard Time. My top 5 would be Jefferson, Ayuk, Claypool, CD, and T. Higgins. That's my top 5.
And Henry is under the rug.
Oh gosh, CT, that was good. I like that. He's not top 5 for sure.
That's that. Yeah. So that's all we got for tonight, man. Tonight's recap was really good. Once again, Drew is our winner of the prediction show. So get that information from Drew, CT, and throw that over to us so we can get him in stuff. Wednesday night, 8:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was excited to get on here tonight. It was a great day. San Francisco won yesterday. My Lakers just blew the T-Wolves off of the court. So, it was a great sports weekend for myself, along with, the Christmas holiday. It's been a great week, man. I hope that you guys have enjoyed your families. I hope that you guys have something to look forward to going into this new year, man, making sure that you are setting your mind, setting your body, setting your spirit right to take on 2021. We'll see you one more time before then. But look, man, I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen, man. I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen. So it's the field level. Quan, any final words?
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good weekend. The Raiders lost. Not a good weekend.
It's like every weekend now.
Stay healthy, y'all. Drink your green tea and your sea moss. One love.
There it is. CT, what's up?
Yeah, man. Coming to a close to finish out this year. It's been a grind. It's been rough. But we need to finish these last few days strong, and not lose track of what's coming on the horizon. It's a lot to do. We all got big plans for next year, but let's live in the present and appreciate every moment so that we're prepared for the future. So, just dig into that and just grind it out, man. Let's get ready for this next week.
Yeah, I'm for sure ending the broadcast now because Saudi just put Jalen Reagor in the top 5. I got to get out of here. It's the field level.
Goodbye.
Football podcast of the West Coast. We out of here, man.